From the University of North Carolina School of Media and Journalism, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
ACC winter schedules have been released and conference play is underway. Good morning and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm Kyle Lobenhofer.
And I'm Caitlin Schmidt. Thanks for joining us. Conference play is here for the women's soccer team, and it all kicks off on Saturday at Dorrance Field. The Heels responded to their first loss of the season to UCLA by thrashing the hated Blue Devils in Durham 3-0. Then the Tar Heels had to play from behind for just the second time this season to beat UCF 2-1. In the first conference match of the season, Carolina goes against the Virginia Cavaliers. UNC will rely on Sam Mezza's defense and the scoring threat that is Avery Patterson to start a conference play with a win. And here to talk about how that dynamic duo of Patterson and Mezza will spark the Heels' play is Sports Extra women's soccer analyst Olivia Mundorf. Olivia?
Since suffering its first loss of the season to UCLA, the UNC women's soccer team has been dominant, securing a big win on the road against Duke and a hard-fought win at home against UCF last week. Looking ahead, the Heels will host the undefeated Virginia Cavaliers tomorrow night at Dorrance Field. Virginia has given up only one goal through the first 8 games of their season, which presents a unique matchup with the UNC team that has such a dynamic offense, led by junior Avery Patterson, who's leading the Heels in scoring with 6 goals through the first 8 games. Patterson's offensive production comes from her awareness on the field and being able to find the opening from wherever she is to put the ball in the net. For the go-ahead goal during Sunday's match against UCF, Patterson moves around one defender and creates plenty of space for herself to be able to have a clear line to the goal and strikes the ball to score. Patterson also has the ability to break through the opposing defense, just like she did against Baylor, able to go one-on-one with the goalie to put UNC on the board within the first 5 minutes of that game. But it hasn't just been the offense that has led to the Heels' success. We can't talk about this Carolina women's soccer team without mentioning junior Sam Mezza, who has been a true difference maker in the midfield. Head coach Anson Dorrance said after Sunday's win that Mezza might be the best player in college soccer right now. Mezza has consistently been the most aggressive defensive player on the field. She has the ability to disrupt the opponent's offense by getting in the action to gain back possession for the Heels, which has been crucial to generate more scoring opportunities. We know the crowd can be a difference maker as well, as Dorrance Field will be the place to be Saturday night for one of the most anticipated matchups of the season. Caitlin?
I hope to see you there, Olivia. I know I'll be in the stands rooting for the Heels.
The Tobacco Road rivalry will take the pitch later today, as the North Carolina men's soccer team will travel to take on the Duke Blue Devils. The Tar Heels are looking to build off their recent 1-0 win against East Tennessee State and clinch their first conference win of the season. North Carolina comes into the bout with a 3-2 record, while the Blue Devils hold an unblemished 4-0 record and are tabbed the number 5 team in the country. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Here now to break down how the Heels can cause an upset on the road is Sports Extra's own Kai Hayes. Kai?
Yeah, let's face it. Tonight's going to be a tough battle against the favorite team in the nation. But when it comes to rivalries, rankings, they go out the window. If UNC wants any chance of pulling off the upset, Key White and Akeem Clark need to be a handful for Duke's defense. Both strikers have the speed to create chances, so runs from deep and then behind the back shoulder of their defenders are going to be pivotal. Another threat will be box injuries. So whether that's a low and driven cross into a crowded box or gambling for 1v1s, the chances will come, but good misses won't be good enough. Luckily, the Heels have Key White, and his combination of speed, footwork, and positioning makes him UNC's most dangerous player. Let's break down those 3 keys that were on full display in his goal versus Air Force. First, his positioning. Not only is he making these 2 defenders make a decision on who to step to him, his width is all relative to Garvanian's position and ability to serve him this perfect ball, which sets up key number 2, footwork. This perfectly weighted touch into space unlocks the third and final key, his speed, which then he takes 2 more quick touches and finishes low and across the frame to give UNC the go-ahead goal to victory. Goals like that and stops like this by Captain Riley Thomas will give the Heels their best chance at proving they're the better blue. Kyle?
To knock off the Blue Devils, Carolina will need their playmakers to step up. We'll see if they can generate it.
When most people think of college club sports, they think of undergrads happily spending their weekends together, reliving the glory days of high school athletics. But for Carolina's club ice hockey team, one master's student is looking to finish his playing career by helping the Heels reach their first Nationals appearance in program history. Reporter Sarah Grubbs has the story.
For Brian Hogan, Chapel Hill was a perfect fit. Wanting a master's degree from one of the nation's best journalism schools, coupled with a desire to head south, Hogan started his journey at the UNC Hussman School's Media and Communications program in August of 2021.
It's been awesome. I love it here. The hockey's been super fun too. I actually came here because it was on the Outer Banks, the show. So I applied and now I'm here and I love it.
Handed break coming for Brian Hogan. Hogan in on a Torno backhander. He scores!
After playing 4 years of club hockey at Marist College, Hogan knew he wanted to get back in the rink at his new school. He came across the UNC Club Hockey Instagram and tried out for the team a week later.
The colors are great, so I really enjoyed that. Way better than red like at my last school. The skates were a little dull, but it took me a couple weeks and I was back up to speed.
Hogan played a vital role in Carolina's success last season. Playing as the first-line centerman, the New York native recorded 13 goals, 17 assists, and averaged 1.79 points per game. Head coach Jeff Volkman is counting on Hogan's veteran leadership and talent to help his team earn a trip to Nationals this year for the first time in program history.
On the ice, he leads by example. He works hard. He's offensively talented, skilled. One of the leading point getters last year, and I expect the same this year.
Hogan and the Tar Heels next play Monday against High Point University at home. Puck drop is at 10:30 p.m. I'm Sarah Grubbs reporting.
We are looking forward to watching Hogan and the Heels as they begin their journey to a national championship. The volleyball team is 5-3 as the Heels head into the VCU Invitational in Richmond, Virginia. The Heels are battling Old Dominion right now this morning and will face off against VCU tonight and UMBC Saturday afternoon. Sophomore outside hitter Mabry Schaffmaster leads the team in kills with a shocking 107, while graduate outside hitter Charlie Nigo isn't far behind with a whopping 98. Fans hope these offensive powerhouses will lead the team to 3 more UNC victories in Virginia this weekend. The Tar Heel women's tennis team is set to travel to Greenville, South Carolina this weekend for the season opener in the Furman Fall Classic. Fellow ACC programs Clemson, Duke, Georgia Tech, and Wake Forest are also competing. Carolina has 5 athletes in the top 31 players in the country, and Elizabeth Scotty is leading the pack ranked at number 12, while UCLA transfer Abby Forbes is at number 15.
The UNC women's tennis team is gearing up for another schedule packed with tough opponents in hopes of defending the ITA national title. The Heels will co-host the ITA All-American Championships before traveling to Winston-Salem for the ITA Regional Championships. The ITA National Fall Championships will be in early November in San Diego.
The reigning national champion Carolina women's lacrosse team needs to replace a plethora of graduating seniors for the next few years, and that task just got a lot easier. Eliza Osborne, the national top-ranked overall recruit in the class of 2024, committed to coach Jenny Levy's program on Wednesday. The 5'10" midfielder hails from Valor Christian High School, where Carolina Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey also attended, and Colorado's team 180. Her 68 goals in 2022 led Valor Christian to a state title appearance and earned her a place in the Team USA National Team Development Program. She's the 5th player to sign in the Tar Heels' 2024 class. Later today, Carolina field hockey will run back a nail-biter from last year as they take on number 4 ranked Louisville at 3. The number 2 ranked Tar Heels are looking to continue their reign of undefeated dominance as they kick off ACC play.
In other sports, the men's golf team is on the road in Illinois for the Fighting Illini Invitational. The Tar Heels look to bounce back after taking 3rd in the Fighting Irish Classic. The Carolina women's cross-country team just took 1st place at Indiana's Coaching Tree Invitational. The women earned the dominant victory with 37 points, defeating 2nd place Georgetown by 16. 5 Tar Heels, all sophomores, finished in the top 13, with Bryn Brown in 1st and Kelsey Harrington in 4th. Sasha Neglia took 7th to round out the Carolina's top 10 finishers. Meanwhile, the men's result has just come in with another Tar Heel first, with Will Coogan leading the way coming in 5th. On the volleyball court in Virginia, Carolina is up 2-1 against Old Dominion and have a lead in the 4th set.
One of the world's fastest growing sports is making inroads here at UNC. Here's reporter Aman Patel.
The UNC Spikeball Club has officially been in operation since 2019. The club hosted its first open tournament of the year on Saturday, and club co-president Nick Brothers is excited about the future of the club.
So the goal of having this tournament is to really just raise awareness for Spikeball, kind of just get people involved in the club, as well as get people who are involved in the club at UNC connected to the bigger community.
There are formats for all skill levels, with an ACC sectional down in Clemson, South Carolina later this year, and nationals in the spring of 2023. For the less experienced player, there's also a casual club setting.
We have a competitive membership and we have a casual membership. Either of them can show up on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And if you don't want to pay the dues, we have an open play on Thursday where you can bring all your friends, just show up, have a good time.
The club looks to go beyond the field to develop a community around the game.
The whole thing is it's a social sport. It's a great sport to have a good time, but also it's a great sport to make a lot of new friends and not get connected just only within the North Carolina community, but internationally as well. It's a growing sport and it's a great time.
I'm Aman Patel reporting.
Kyle, dude, Spikeball is so underrated.
Caitlin, I have to completely agree with you. It's a great social atmosphere. It's fantastic exercise. I'm proud to be a member of that club that Aman just told us about. I think you should come and check it out.
Me. Hand-eye coordination is not there, Kyle. I would say beach volleyball would be like my beachy type sport, but I can't even serve the ball over the net. But speaking of volleyball, UNC volleyball is leading Old Dominion 2-1 currently, and the game should be over within the next hour.
That'll do it for this edition of Sports Extra.
Tune in on Monday for another edition.